Richard, we're on Brick Lane.
Brick Lane?
In the old East End, but you're stood at a notable point in the Jack the Ripper story. What happened here?
Yeah, well, this is the junction of Thrall Street.
Yeah.
This building here is Ten Bells. This building here is the Frying Pan Public House. How do I know that? Well, it's changed into a restaurant. But if you look right up on the top there, where the gable is, you'll see there's two crossed frying pans, and it says Ye Frying Pan above it.
Yeah.
And in fact, the Frying Pan pub was on the corner of Thrall Street, which was lined by lodging houses. And it's one of those lodging houses that Mary Nichols was trying to get a bed in on the night of her murder. She didn't have the fortune to pay for a bed, and so she was turfed out of the lodging house. But in fact, she'd spent quite a lot of that night drinking in the Frying Pan pub.
So is that when she had dust money 3 times and spent it?
She made her dust money 3 times over, and she'd spent it. She spent it on drink, so she went out to try and make it.
New hat on.
Time. New hat. She got new bonnet. Well, they say new bonnet. It's interesting because we don't know that for certain. The residents who saw the bonnet said it looked a bit battered, but they'd never seen her with it before. And from that's come the belief that it was a new bonnet. It wasn't a new bonnet, but she was proud of it, and she said to the lodging house keeper, "I'll see you get the dust money. See what a jolly bonnet I have now."
Yeah.
And then she staggered off.
But it's a bit of a distance because she was found on Bucks Row, which is now Darewood Street.
Yeah.
That's a big distance from here, isn't it?
Not so much. I mean, we're probably talking 3 streets over there. So if you go in that direction, go 3 streets, you'd come to the top of what Darewood Street is now, but Bucks Row as it was then. At the end of the street, just down here, is where she met Emily Holland at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And her body was found at 3:40 in the morning, and it's probably she'd only just been murdered at 3:40 in the morning. So that's just over an hour and 10 minutes later. So, I mean, we've just walked from St George, from Berners Street and St George's, and that's taken us about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a fraction of that. From here to Bucks Row is a fraction of that distance. So she probably just headed in that direction, went down Whitechapel Road. Unfortunately, the man she met turned out to be Jack the Ripper.
And she was his first victim.
She's what we believe was the first victim of the Jack the Ripper. She's the first of what's called the canonical 5 victims of Jack the Ripper. So whether that's true or not is open to debate. Some say that Martha Tabram was the first victim, but say, well, we'll never know for certain. But canonically speaking, she's the first on the list of the 5 victims of Jack the Ripper.
But there was 11 in total, wasn't there?
There's 11 Whitechapel murders in total, and 5 of those are believed to be the Jack the Ripper murders. But again, we come back to this whole thing about nothing being certain about Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
So we don't know how many victims Jack the Ripper had, and we never will now.
Yeah.
Which is what makes it such a mystery and so interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was the
Frying Pan
Frying Pan pub on Brick Lane.
Yeah, not the 10 Bells as I said.
Yeah.